I was slipping, bro. I got caught.
You got caught slipping. Oh, speaking of Joel, he texted me, what was it, like 3 days ago, and he told me, or no, he messaged the podcast page, and he's like, yeah, bro, you were right. Arcane is absolutely amazing. So he gave it the seal of approval.
Oh, that's that show you were saying?
Yeah, and you're like, if Joel says it's good, I know it's good.
Dang it, why'd I say that? Now I gotta watch it.
Now you gotta watch it. It's
you gotta watch.
good.
You gotta watch Bel Air.
Okay, I saw a clip of it,
bro.
It was like a
Bel Air. Jeez, bro.
Yeah,
that show is dope. That
right.
That's the first remake of anything where I'm like, okay, like
you're into it.
We're cooking. Like this show is it. It's so good. In the best way too. Like it doesn't step on the toes of the old show. Like, how would I describe it without spoiling it? It pays homage in the perfect way without trying too hard.
Okay.
So like it has its own identity, it's its own thing, but there's enough nod and like reference to the original show that it's still the original show, but it's still its own thing.
It's its own thing. Okay.
It's good. It's good.
Damn. Yeah, I saw a clip on TikTok. I think it was him in a locker room and like all the white guys were like singing a song and then the N-word came up.
Bro.
And they confronted him about that.
Upset me, bro.
Yeah. So it looks like, oh, this is real.
Spoiler alert if you haven't watched it.
Me?
I mean, you saw the trailer. I'm just going to talk about that scene. Spoiler alert, though. Carlton?
Yes.
Bro, mans could get RKO'd any day of the week. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a very interesting take on him.
Like in the first show, Carlton was annoying. But not in like a, I want to beat you up kind of way. In more of like a, I just want to like hit you like a brother kind of way, you know? In this show, I want to hurt you. Like I want to beat you up.
Damn.
Like, bro, like they did so well of really bringing who Carlton's character would be if he was in our day and age. So like, you know what? Like they did a really good job of taking who the character is and then putting them in a different time zone.
Okay.
As opposed to just being like, we're gonna make Carlton in 2022, but he's still acting like Carlton from the 90s. You know what I mean? Like it fits the time period, but it's still Carlton. But it looks different because it's 2022. But boy, 2022 Carlton, please, bro.
Just get snuffed.
Oh my gosh. My guy said in front of all the white people, it's just a word, Will. Bro.
I'm like, it's deeper than that, bro. Nah.
God. He co-signed it. He co-signed all the white guys.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the main character who plays Will, his name is Jabari Banks. He does a great job too. Like he has little Will-isms, but he doesn't feel like he's over trying to be Will.
It's still his own thing, like paying homage to it, but it's still his own thing.
But he has But he has Will-isms that like it's like, okay, like you're Will. Like you know what I mean?
How many episodes have dropped from it already?
In the States, 5. Here in Canada on Amazon Prime, only 3.
Okay. I'll tell you this, like after we finish recording, I'll binge it.
Bro, it's fantastic.
All right.
And that's coming from the guy who's not a fan of reboots. Yeah,
we talked about that. I take reboots like with a grain of salt, like
it's so good, bro. Like just the amount that they can do with the story because of like where we are in life now. Like we can talk about certain things on TV.
Yeah.
It's the drama aspect of it brings it to a whole new level.
That's what I actually surprised me when I saw the trailer, but that clip specific, I was like, oh wow, okay, this is like a very like this like that clip alone got me hooked. I was like, okay, I gotta give this a watch.
And like and like Hillary Banks, right? You never watched the original show, so there's like a lot of stuff that you just won't get. But even still, like you're still gonna enjoy it. But Hillary in the original, she was a disappointment to her parents, but she was a disappointment because she was dumb. Like she was an idiot, like so stupid, right? But her parents were like disappointed in her because she dropped out of school. She wasn't doing nothing with her life. In this version, same Hillary, she's a disappointment, but for different reasons, right? And I like that. So, like, she's a disappointment because she doesn't want to go the traditional route of school, as opposed to just dropping out because you're an idiot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, they really did a fantastic job of taking core elements, but just flipping them a little bit.
And making them a little more realistic. Yeah, got it. Yeah, that's good. Because, again, I'm always worried about remakes because, it, like, to me, it looks like a cash grab for companies. They'd be like, bringing back that nostalgia, bringing back a new group. But if this is working, I'm down for it.
But you know what I think makes this one different? The whole idea of this was a fan's idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was a fan's idea to do this, put like a little YouTube video out, whatever.
Yeah.
Will saw it. 48 hours later, the guy's on the phone with Will, and then this thing is in production.
Wow.
So I think that might be the difference. This wasn't like a company just trying to like get money. This was like a fan who loves the show, and then Will saw it, and like if Will approves that, then you know it's a different level of.
That's fair.
Like investment in it.
That's fair. That's okay. That's pretty good.
You can feel it. It's dope. It's so good.
One of the shows, and we mentioned it a little bit last week because we were like new TV shows and stuff to watch. A show that everybody has been talking about at work is Euphoria.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, it was Zendaya and that, and I'm like, I hear 50-50 with it. It's being like it's like one of the best shows of 2022, but a lot of them are be like it's just filled with a crap ton of nudity, like a lot of stuff like that. So that's
what I heard,
right? But see, now this sparked the question just now in my head of because there is so much of that, does that take away from the story in and of itself of how amazing the actual show is?
To me, yes.
To you, yes. Okay.
I think when you just throw in sex and nudity into a show, I feel like your pen game is not that strong.
Okay.
To me, it's like cuss words in jokes.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's just to add in,
like you know, how, like some comedians use cuss words. Like let's take who for example, a big comedian. Like let's say Dave Chappelle.
Sure.
Right. The thing is, with Dave Chappelle's cuss words, they fit the joke so well that it makes sense.
Got it.
But there's some comedians who just cuss for the sake of cussing. And it's like, you're not really saying anything funny. You're just cussing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's people like Trevor Noah who barely cuss, and his jokes are like hilarious to me. Right? So I don't think crazy amounts of sex is necessary. I think it's annoying, actually.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. I don't care. Like,
I'm torn. I'm 50-50 on it because the 50-50, I agree with you that a lot, like, especially with brand new TV shows, the old adage sex sells when it comes to shows is 100% true. 100%, right? Like, if you see people either naked or having sex on a TV show, of course, you're going to be more inclined to watch it.
Yeah.
It's just, that's how it works. My other 50-50 side to it is the fact that if you can look past it, there is, yes, like specific shows like, what was the show? Shameless. Your wife introduced me to that show.
I hate that show too.
I know you hate that show.
Every time I come home from work, it's like she's watching a sex scene, and I'm like, yo, what is this? What are you watching right now? She's like, oh, it's just a show. And I'm like, do you watch something? Nah, I'm saying. But I hate that show. I don't watch it.
See, but that's the thing. I watched one episode, and yes, there was a bunch of, like, there was nudity, there was a sex scene or whatever, but the story in and of itself, one episode, I was hooked on it. I thought it was a fantastic concept of just being like this deadbeat dad who lives homeless and just is in it for himself, and his daughter who is taking care of like 6 kids who all have their kind of their own thing going on. I thought it was such a fantastic story, and there's 11 seasons of it, and I binged all of it because I'm like, yes, there is sex and yes, there is nudity, but that doesn't take away from how good the story is to me.
It does for me.
Yeah.
You know what I think too about, especially about that show?
Yeah.
I think. Oh, and side note, Eliott, you could watch Bel Air, the first episode, and it's a fantastic story. You'll get hooked, and there's no sex at all.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that like
you're perfect example. Sick, bro. You just want to look at titties all day. That's it.
That's it right there.
Breaking Bad had one boob.
That's what I mean.
One boob in the beginning.
That's what I mean. Don't get me wrong.
Shook. I was like, wasn't this on like daytime TV?
Yeah, it was on AMC. Yeah.
Well, let me say it had 2 boobs because it was one girl, but it wasn't a girl with 1 boob.
Correct. Yes, there is penmanship in that. 100%.
But I even thought that was unnecessary because they never did it again.
Yeah,
I feel like that was like let's catch him, and then
again,
it was unnecessary.
It's how it works usually with pilots.
I hate
always
that.
How it works.
I hate that.
Sorry, what you were saying? What was your thought?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's where I'm torn on it because I think that unfortunately that's how most TV works, especially with this new generation coming up. Sex does sell, and if you've got TV shows like this, you'll be invested a little more into, or at least try to invest yourself a little more, which I agree is stupid. Mm-hmm. It is stupid. One of the perfect examples is Game of Thrones. Yeah. Game of Thrones got hella nudity.
Nope.
Like, right? But I read the books before I watched the show, and I am a big fan of anything medieval. I love The Witcher. I love the Vikings. I love like anything medieval. I'm down for it. So when I heard they were making a TV show of it, I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then pilot shows up, and I'm like, holy crap, like this thing is off the rails when it comes to trying to, like, sex sells like off the rails. Mm-hmm. But if you keep watching the seasons, the level of nudity, like it starts like at a 9, and story wise is still good. But then each season, the nudity slowly decreases, and it just focuses more on story.
Because there's only so much you can put when it comes to like sex scenes in TV shows before it becomes porn.
Correct.
So like,
and again, and that was to me, if I could take one thing away from Game of Thrones, would be that, because the story in and of itself is so good that it didn't require it.
And that's my point. That's what I'm saying. It's unnecessary. Like if you can enjoy this show and take out all those scenes, then it wasn't. Then you didn't need to put it in the first place. You could have saved money, right? You know what I think? Now, I think here's my thing. I enjoy watching, because I don't watch a lot of shows, right?
Yeah.
But when I do, I enjoy watching them with people.
Okay.
With whether that be like Priya, my mom. Like I like to watch shows with people and then talk about it after. Right? If there's a bunch of sex scenes, like I'm not really gonna talk about this with nobody. It's weird to me.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Like what'd you think of last night's episode? Right? And if the story was great, sure, but like I can never watch it with my mom.
Yeah.
And if it's a good show and I go over there, I like to watch episodes with my family, you know?
And I agree. That's unfortunate too. It's when a show I love so much that I can't watch it really with anybody because I know the content. I just can't watch it with someone.
And that's what I'm saying. So like if like Game of Thrones in the book, let's say there's sex scenes in the book, you're reading that by yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's not a group project. When it's a TV show, anybody could walk in at the wrong time. Like when I come home and Priya's watching Shameless or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I agree 100%. And again, don't get me wrong. I think there are, like, in terms of like character development, yes, where quote unquote sex scenes, because the two characters love each other, it does make sense. But the over like use of it, is I don't see the point.
I don't even
see
think the sex scenes are necessary ever. Like, I feel like you could like have a kissing scene, have it escalate a little bit, and then cut. We know what happened. Like, we're not dumb. We're aware that they just popped. Like, you know what I mean? But like, to have the explicit scene, I don't think it's necessary.
Where do you think that comes from?
Sex sells.
Well, okay, yeah.
Right? So the more of it, boom. And here's why I'm probably not gonna watch Euphoria. From what I've heard about it. I am judging it before I watch it, but I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Before you've seen it.
Because what I'm hearing is that it's a show about kids, teenagers. Now, I know it's not kids acting. It's like, I know it's adults acting as kids. But the premise of the show is they're supposed to be teenagers. Right?
Yeah.
So, if there's so much sex scenes, you're watching teenagers have sex?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's weird to me. I don't like...
Yeah.
That's a line that's a blurry line to me. I know it's adults acting it, but if I'm supposed to be into this show...
They are portraying, yes,
it's
minors.
Weird to me. I'm not...
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I don't know if I'll give it a watch, but yeah, like, again, I don't...
And Zendaya doesn't do it for me. Like she's not that actress where I'm like, oh, I have to watch it because Zendaya's in it.
Yes, I'm in the same boat too.
The only actress I do that with is Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock, yep. I knew that. Oh, man. That's funny. But yeah, that was my thought, because I'm like, it's a very popular show, and yeah, does that like aspect of it, because all I hear and all I see from clips on TikTok and whatever, it's like, it's a lot of like nudity and stuff like that. So
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
You know what I realized too, bro? I think when it comes to TV shows, the reason I don't watch a lot of TV shows is because I don't like, and don't take me wrong, anybody who's listening. I'm not the biggest fan of white shows.
Okay.
So like dramas, should I say?
Okay.
Like I like any kind of sitcom. I love sitcoms in general, right? Or cartoons, whatever. But like dramas, the shows that people say, oh, you have to watch this because whatever. I'm not into the white ones. But then on the flip side, I'm not super into like gang stuff either.
Got it.
So I don't be watching a lot of shows, which is why I like Bel Air, because it's black people, and even though like they're exploring why Will left Philly, it's not like explicitly ratchet gang, like a bad portrayal of black people. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. It's more of a
like it's just like it's good. It's just a good show, but it's black characters, and I'm into that.
Yeah. No, I
like
agree.
Shameless, like it just doesn't like I don't relate, so I don't, you know.
Yeah, I think for me, I like you and I have differences when it comes to watching TV. For me, it's like I don't have a, how do I say this, quote unquote preference of what to watch. Like I'll be in it if I'm into it. I don't really care about who's in what. I at first when Priya said watch Shameless, I'm like, this kind of looks a little weird. But I gave it a try and I'm like, yeah, I'm hooked. One episode, I'm in. So it varies. Like there are some shows that I think are like, what's a TV show that's going on right now that like,
or I like dramas that like are not about somebody's like life. If that makes sense.
Like an original story?
Like, how do I explain it? Like Shameless, for example. It's about a family and what that family's going through. I don't care. But like Prison Break.
Ah, okay.
Like the storyline is more like these people are trying to escape prison. Or like 24.
Yeah.
Right? It's a group of people at the counter-terrorist unit, whatever, trying to stop terrorists. So in those kind of shows, I don't care. Like white, black, I don't care. Right? But when it's just like about like life of a certain group, I can't relate to white people.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that.
So
Yeah. Yeah, what was I going to bring up here? Yeah, we are also like apologies in advance if I or EJ look like super groggy. We are recording this at 9:14 in the morning.
Bro, I'm
Saturday.
awake.
I'm not.
Yo, don't play yourself, bro. Speak for your own self. I'm up at 7 o'clock today.
I've been
working out, getting my reps in.
Let's get it.
On a regular day too, me and Priya, we've been going to the gym at 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. We wake up at 6, and then 6:30 a.m.
I wish I could, but I start work at 7:30, so I can't.
So get up at 5.
Nah.
Early bird gets the worm.
Yeah. But yeah, EJ and I have been working out consistently this past like month or so.
Yo, the man's found a new reason to live.
Tell him.
But I wasn't like trying to off myself though. Like
it wasn't.
It wasn't one of them things. But
no.
Check this out, okay? So I'm working out. Actually, no. Let me give you guys a story. I'm gonna get vulnerable right now, okay? And hopefully my vulnerability can inspire others who may feel the way I do or the way I do. Okay? So, I love food. Period.
Same. Welcome to the club.
Period.
Everyone's on board so far.
There's no prefix. There's no suffix. There's nothing. I love food. Okay? Now, in high school, the mans used to be an athlete, fit, right? We used to do track and field. We used to do basketball. We used to do volleyball. We used to play football, right? And I was fit. And we used to work out. My warm-up for my back workout in high school was 3 sets of 15 pull-ups.
Lord, see.
Mans was good. I used to walk around the hallways with my protein shake and, you know, like that thing.
Yep.
That was me. But then we graduated, started working full time because I didn't go to post-secondary. So we started working full time. And access to the free gym at the school wasn't a thing, which meant we had to pay for the gym in the city. So got a gym membership. And I was still working out, but I was still young, you know? Like I feel like we're young, but we're not young anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you start losing that little pep in your step.
You know what I'm saying? Like the food don't sit the same.
For real.
So I could have after in high school, I could have like left a workout and go and eat 40 nuggets and be fine, right? Mans can't do that no more. But over time, working in a kitchen, you have like the schedule of a kitchen guy. Anyone who's worked in a kitchen knows that schedule sucks. I'll be working from either 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., possibly 9 p.m.
Jeez.
Or I'm doing a 4 o'clock shift to a 12, right? So you don't really have a day. So you either got to wake up extra early and get some sort of day in, or you wake up at 9:10, you have 2 hours. You have to go to work. Probably not even 2 hours because you have to account getting to work, right? And then when you get home from a full day, the last thing I want to do is work out, right? So over time, because I love food, period, the man's like I started developing, I think, a food addiction.
Yeah.
Right? And here's my thing. I wouldn't admit it, but looking back, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm addicted to food because, yo, ice cream, bro. Ice cream cake. McDonald's, Wendy's. Bro, for all you berry people, Donnelly's mac and cheese with the lobster.
Ooh.
Come on, bro.
Say less.
But here's my brain. I'm young. I was an athlete, and I'm thinking this at like 22-ish, right? I'll be fine. I could jump back in anytime, right? Because there were times when I put a little weight on, hit the gym for a couple months, take it all off.
Yeah.
Bro, 24, 25 hit, And my family has a history, like we put on weight easily, right? So 24, 25 hit, and like the weight was going on a little, I was like faster, like faster than I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? So, and here's the thing, like I started to get like lethargic.
Yeah.
Wake up tired, go to work tired. My knees were creaking, they were hurting. Y'all heard? I was saying it on the pod. Like I'm in pain. Like everything just hurts. You know? Like, yo, there was one time, okay? And this is what happens when you sneak around. Listen. So Priya was at work one day. She was doing another job that involved her leaving the house. And I'm at home chilling. So I was like, you know what? She's not here. I'm going to order skip the dish. Because if I'm alone and I order skip the dish, I don't have to share. You know? And turns out there's a Burger King like 2 minutes down the road from my house. Ooh. You guys know me. I like Whoppers, okay? So I order a Whopper. And this is a bad habit. Joel knows. Like we used to come home from youth and order like $40 worth of food. You know, we used to go to Taco Bell
of course,
do our thing. Like just too much, right?
Yeah.
So I ordered Burger King. You get a Whopper combo, 2 extra little sandwiches, a milkshake, and probably like chicken fries or something, right? Because I enjoy, like I personally enjoy that. Like a bunch of gross food in front of me and just eating as much as I can. I love that. But I remember I'm laying there. I finished eating it. I'm laying there, and bro, I'll describe to you what it felt like. Okay, it felt like I could feel the milkshake like pouring over my heart, bro. Like yo, I sat there, and I was like, yo, am I dying? So I laid down, but that didn't help because now it's running to the side.
Yeah. Right? Oh my gosh,
bro.
No.
And as I'm feeling like the milkshake, and I know that's not how it works, right? But that's what it feels like.
It feels
right?
like 100%.
So I'm laying there, and I could feel this, like I could feel the burger in my stomach.
Jeez.
Like I don't know if like I had a moment of meditation where I just became in sync with my body, but I felt everything. Right?
Jeez.
So I was like, yo, this doesn't feel good. Right? And for those of you that don't know, I have bad feet. I have flat feet. Right? So I'm supposed to have orthotics, like custom ones, right? But as I put on weight, it makes my flat feet worse. So it's almost like a cycle. The more weight I put on, the harder it is to take it off now because my feet hurt, my knees are not working well, my joints are not working well, so it's harder to do the exercises, right? So it sucks. Like I'm just sad. Like I'm depressed. Like you go to take a shower, you take your clothes off, and you don't see your abs anymore. And I'm like, yo, what the fluff? Like come back, right?
It's for real, yeah.
So one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna work out. I'm gonna work out. So woke up early one morning, and this is like a month ago. Woke up early, and at this point, my weight is 252. Okay. I've never weighed 252. I'm 5'9". I should not weigh 252. I don't look it to people when they see me, but fam, that's a lot, right? So I wake up one morning. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to work out. And I had a moment of acceptance, you know? I feel like I was going through like those stages of grief that people talk about where like you got to like accept it, but then there's anger, right?
Yeah.
Because in my head, I would go to the gym and I would think like I was still fit.
In high school, yeah.
Right? I would be like, I know how to work out. Because in the gym, I do know how to work out. At home is a different story. And Vax passport, so I couldn't even go to the gym.
Yeah, you were
right? So I was stuck. So I would think to myself when I would go to the gym, I'm going to do the workouts I'm used to, but those ones were from high school. And I think because I wasn't at the same fitness level I was when I was that young, I would try them and I wouldn't get much out of them because now I'm trying to hit a certain number in my workout as opposed to just working out to my level of intensity that I need, right? It's like a pride thing, but like subconsciously.
Yep.
So
100%.
I think I had a moment of like acceptance. That's like the last stage of the grief, right?
Yep.
Acceptance. And I said, you know what? Mans are 25 now. I'm not 18, 19. I can't dunk anymore. You know?
Yeah.
And I said, I have to work out to my level right now. I gotta let go of what I used to be able to do and start fresh and just accept that that's where I am, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. It is what it is. Can't fight it. It's getting to the point now where I can't even act like I'm fit. I'm not, right? So I start working out. Get a little app, right? And I find this app called Freeletics. It's the best app best fitness app I've seen yet. Because when it comes to home workouts, I need help. I don't do well with home workouts.
Freeletics, I had actually surprisingly when I was trying it, I bought a year subscription for it. It was great, but I gave up because I wasn't seeing results. So I blamed the app.
Dang,
but then I realized I'm like, no, I was just eating like garbage too. Of course, I wasn't going to see anything.
Right. So, but that's coming up in my story, right? Because also another thing about working out, when I was young, I could just work out and not change my diet and get back real quick.
Metabolism was insane.
Right?
Yeah.
Now it's not like that. Right? So that day, it's an early morning. Priya's still asleep. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, this is a moment I need for myself. This was like a level of self-care almost, right?
Yeah.
I need this to myself. It's quiet. There's nobody here. I feel like what I'm about to go through is going to suck and it's going to be embarrassing. So I'd rather do it alone. You know what I mean? Because I think when I work out with Priya, because of my history with working out, I feel like I have to almost coach her. Right? And in coaching her, I feel like I might sacrifice myself sometimes.
Yeah.
So doing it by myself, I think was good. But check this out now. So this Freeletics app gives me a warm-up, right?
Yep.
And I never had to warm up before when I was young. I could just boom, go, right? Now, you guys know I pulled my back the other day. Muscles stopped working. Right? So I'm like, I'm going to warm up because I think I need to. Like, I can't just jump into it, right?
Yep.
And one of the warm-ups that was in it was in the program, whatever, was called just assisted stand-ups. So basically what you do, you just lay down, you just stand up.
Yep.
Something that if you're not in shape, you don't realize how hard it is to do to just stand up from laying down on the ground. Yep. Right? So, and I had to do like 8 of them. So I go to stand up and bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fluff? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I can't get up.
Oh my God.
Right? So I'm like, yo, like this shouldn't be this hard to stand up. If there was ever an emergency, we're toast.
Yeah.
Because man can't get up. Like that's not okay. Right?
No, not at all.
So I'm doing it and I'm really, really, really trying to focus on my body. Right? And I kid you not, listen to me, people listening. I could feel the fat on my body, bro. I got claustrophobic.
Jeez, bro.
Right? Because as I started to work out, I started to get hot. Right? Yeah. And when you get hot, you want to take off clothes and like release it, right? But I'm feeling the fat on me, like in my gut area, in like my legs a little bit. And I'm like, I can't take it off right now. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Right? So I think in that moment, I don't know why that moment was different for me. But in that moment, I was like, you know what? I have to change my whole life around. Like I can't just work out. I can't just try a diet. I legit have to change my lifestyle 180. Right? And literally in that moment, everything flipped like completely 180.
Yeah.
Started like eating everything clean. I haven't had junk food in a month.
Damn.
Right? Yesterday at the restaurant, we had a guest come in. It was their birthday. They bought an ice cream cake. right? They ate some and then they left some of it for the staff to eat. I had a slice, but that's like a month, right? It's been so long. But so for my breakfast now, eating fruits and veggies, lots of banana. I like bananas, right? Lots of bananas, lots of fruit bowls. For lunch, I'm having maybe like a whole wheat wrap with like grilled chicken. Like I'm eating clean. And I'm working out consistently.
Yep.
Bro, in 1 month, man's went from 252 to 240.
Jeez.
It's not even a month, actually. It's 3 weeks.
No, it's been 3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks. I'm at 240 right now. That's 12 pounds
That's
in 3 weeks, bro.
Nuts.
But legit, I had to like switch up.
Yeah.
Like everything, like my mindset. So like now, like it's not even that hard for me to eat clean right now because I just don't want to eat the unhealthy stuff because I don't like the feeling of milkshake on my heart. You know?
Yeah. No,
if you can't relate, I'm sorry, but
yeah,
you don't want milkshake on your heart.
for real. Damn. No, that is 100% real. Like for me, it was. I think the longest time for me was not having muscle, and so. Like before the gyms were open, we were doing or at least attempting to do the 100 push-up challenge. Right? You hurt yourself with your shoulder or whatever.
Because I wasn't stretching and warming up, bro.
So I was like, okay, well, and for me, I'm like, okay, well, if he stopped, I got to stop. I'm like, well, no. So I kept going and I kept doing it. And I surprised myself the amount of times because now I agree. Like at first it was so difficult to even do 10, let alone 100. And then now, because just consistency just works and just having a good mindset, I can do like 30 in one set.
That's nice, bro.
Right. So, but I agree. For me, I was in the same boat where no word of a lie, like I'm trying to fall asleep and I can't. So what is my first thought? Food. I'm going to order some McDonald's,
it's a comfort,
Uber Eats. It's crazy. Like at 12 in the morning, I'm like, yep, bring me some food. And I got to be all sneaky and quiet because everybody's sleeping.
And that still sounds good to me. I just won't do it. Like I'm not gonna cap. Like it doesn't sound good. That sounds blessed.
Yeah, of course it sounds blessed. But again, it becomes a moment where I'm like, wow, I am doing this so consistently. Like there's got to be something to this.
Yeah.
Right. So,
it was food addiction, bro.
It's food addiction.
A real thing,
real.
And it creeps up on you.
Yeah.
And then you just realize one day you're like, oh snap, this is crack. It's like crack cocaine.
Yep. It happens especially when you're bored and you're and you have nothing else to do. Right? You just eat for the sake of eating, not because you're hungry. You just want to eat.
Yeah.
Right? So, like for me, it was, I think the biggest thing was when I was doing that freeletics thing 2 years ago. I remember because I was doing it after school. I just did it at home. And I'm like, I'm not seeing results. I'm not seeing anything. Like, this is garbage. And I gave up. And then I just kept eating normally. And especially living in Toronto, when you've got, like, Barrie is one thing for food. But when you live in Toronto, you're like 2 minutes away from everything.
The best Chipotle is down the street.
Chipotle is down the street, you know.
But the thing, Chipotle can be healthy, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I went,
healthy-ish.
On Saturday. I went on Saturday, and normally I usually get a burrito. I got a burrito bowl instead. Because I'm like, I know that one's a little healthier.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was bad. And then it got to the point where I'm like, yeah, I can't be doing this anymore. Because when you texted me, it kind of 100% sparked, like, yeah, we're at a quarter of a century of our lives.
25,
and I can't,
bro.
Right? And I can't be doing this to my body because who knows at 30 what I'm going to be doing. And if I haven't maintained some sort of routine in terms of exercise, to start at 30 is going to be even more difficult. Like 25 is old to us, yes, but it is still and we are still, quote unquote, in our young adult youth life. Right?
Yeah, we're young.
Yeah. So we're able to still do a lot of the stuff that people in their 30s definitely probably can't do.
I feel like we're at the beginning of like where if we don't create the good habit now, it becomes a bad habit later.
Yep.
Right?
I agree. 100%.
I feel like that's 25. Like you pick a road. You go the healthy road and just keep that, like make that a lifestyle, or you don't, and then you have to start it at a later age when it is harder now.
Yeah, exactly. So when EJ texted me and he said, we're going to try to make this a thing. And it's just one of the biggest things for me is just a level of accountability. That is tough because I'm good when you give me a set plan of what to do and I'm just going to go do it. That's fine. That's why I like working out with people. It's very hard sometimes. I will say this week I did work out 3 times by myself, which felt good. But a lot of the times I like to have people with me because either, especially at the gym, because in contrary to you, I don't really know a lot about lifting weights, or I didn't know a lot about it. So I went with my brother. My brother knows, he did a lot of gym stuff in high school as well, like you did. So when it came to lifting and stuff like that, or specific exercises, I had to go with him for like about a month so I could memorize all this stuff and do it on a weekly basis. Right? So, but yeah, then EJ texted me and he was saying, okay, we need to make this a thing now. Like from now on, like we're going to keep each other accountable, what we eat, what we put in our bodies, what workouts we do.
Fit, bro, we can.
Got it.
And here's another like key point too. I'm not like here's a difference this time than like every other time. I feel like every other time I was trying to look a certain way. Right? But this time I'm trying to feel a certain way.
Ah, okay.
And the feeling comes first before the look.
Yes. Yep.
I feel amazing, bro. Like the amount of energy I have. Okay. Let me tell you guys something about the human body. All you fit people that listen, I made it. Don't worry. I get you. Okay? For those of you who are not fit, let my words inspire you to start some sort of health journey. All those pains I had in my body, right? My knees and whatever, my feet, literally eating clean for 3 weeks straight, I don't have knee problems anymore.
Yeah.
Like eating clean and actually just moving, being mobile, working out, right? My knees are fine. I could squat and come back up with 0 issues, right? I can go for a run, and even though like my feet will be tired, they don't hurt, right? I'm stretching, and I'm like my flexibility is crazy. Like,
let's go. Let's go.
Like, if I wanted to, I could stick my toe up my nose, bro. If I wanted to.
Let's go.
Mans couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
Like, I used to struggle to clip my toenails because bending over, I couldn't do it. Now I could. It's easy, bro. It's crazy. And those stand-ups, like those warm-ups, I'm bouncing, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think I agree. Perfect way to say that. It's the feeling before the look. Because I think that was one of the biggest mindsets I had when I do like an immense and like crazy workout. I check my watch. I burned like 1,500 calories today. Like I'm feeling great. And then I go look in the mirror and I'm like, I still see my rolls of fat.
Yeah.
I still see like if when you're in the mirror and you like turn to the side and you bend and you see that little roll on the side.
The butter roll, fam.
Yeah, right? You got the muffin top.
The waist biscuit.
We're getting vulnerable here today, people. Okay? But that, and then I see that and I'm like, damn, what the hell was this for? Right? But the mindset 100% changed because I've been working now at the gym for over a month and a half now. So one of the biggest things for me, because listen, I got leg strength for days. I'm good with my legs. It was my arms that were weak. So the push-ups helped. And when I got into the gym and we were doing chest day, so I was doing the bench press, I was like, we started light with like 25 pounds. And I'm like, okay, this is easy. Let's put on some more weight. Then we put 35. I'm like, this is still easy. Put some more weight on. And I surprised myself because I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And then so now I'm doing like consistently like 130 bench press.
Them push-ups, bro.
Them push-ups is crazy. But it's also, building muscle as well. And again, the look will come later. It takes time. But the fact that I could just bench 130 and that's the most I've ever done in my life, blew me away. I was like, holy,
bro.
that's a PR.
You start hitting certain personal records, and you're like, yo, crazy. Like,
right
on the Freeletics app. End of week 1, I had they give you a little fitness test. Right?
Yes, they do.
It's a time thing, and your time, however much you complete it, is your personal best. There's no like this is the average of people. It's yours, right?
Yep.
And what it is, it's 40 crunches, 40 reverse lunges, 40 scissor kicks, and then 40 squats. And you got to do it all. Like there's no breaks in between. You just do it. Like go through it all. Clock your time at the end.
Yep.
When I started the first week when I did it at, I think it was like 5:40, almost 6 minutes, right? Today, I had my fitness test again to see how I improved. Bro,
Yep.
I killed my time by 2 minutes.
Woo! Let's go.
2 whole minutes, bro. 2 minutes and 1
insane.
second. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
Like,
but it's,
my level of like it's like you hear people talking about it. Like, you got to get your fitness right because it's going to help you improve your life. It's true.
It's true.
My quality
It really
of life
is.
has changed, bro.
Yeah.
I feel more energetic. I feel like I can be like a better husband because I have energy to like just hang out with Priya. You know what I mean? Like we can go do stuff. I feel like I can go anywhere right now and just do stuff because I have the energy to do it. Before I was tired 24/7. I woke up tired.
Yep.
I wake up at
100%.
6 now and I'm bouncy, bro. Like I'm like, I look like I had a coffee.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's real. Like it's crazy the change. And again, it doesn't have to be a lot. Like you'll see it quick if you keep consistent with it. Like
I'm not even checking for the looks.
Right.
And that's me personally. Like, that's rare. Like that's never happened. I always care about the abs and how like my arms look, whatever. I don't care this time. I really don't.
It was, what was it? My brothers and I went Tuesday to go, because Tuesday everything opened up. So we're like, we kind of want to skip the gym because I feel like everybody's going to do a big rush to the gym.
True. If you went at 6 a.m. though.
Yeah, well, true, right?
It's like,
we'll get there.
Bro.
We'll get there. We went to go play basketball for about an hour and a half just to do some cardio. And I was like,
see, I wish I had that in my city, bro.
Yeah.
I live in the crack of the crack.
Yeah. But yeah, we went and we played for an hour and a half and we finished. I was like, I was sweating and whatever, but I'm like, I could still keep going. Like I'm good. And it's crazy. I was like, we were playing at full energy and everything. So we had 2 people who roll up. I mean, preface this that they told us they were like smokers or whatever. So 10 minutes into our 2-on-2, they're like, I need a break.
But that
I gotta
low-key makes you feel good though, eh?
The three of us looked at each other and we're like,
yo,
that's right. That's right.
Go,
that's
man.
right. Let's go. We don't need no break. Let's go.
Bro, but
it's nuts.
But cardio though.
Yes.
So listen, what day was I in Barrie? Last Sunday, I come up to Barrie. My brother-in-law, he's fit. Like he's constantly active, right? He got the 6-pack. He's got all this stuff, right?
Shout out to Daniel.
So I'm kicking it with him. We're downstairs watching TV. And I'm telling him about my fitness journey right now.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, like I wanted to come run with you, but I don't usually I've never ran in the cold. Right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
in
yeah,
high
yeah.
school, I used to run. I was a runner. I loved running. Like for some of our fitness classes, our whole hour and a half class, we would run. Right? Run around the city, whatever. I used to love it.
I'm gonna hang on before you continue. I'm gonna put that as a Spotify question because I'm genuinely curious about people. Do you prefer running outside or running on a treadmill?
Definitely for me, outside.
Outside, 1000%.
For me, outside. The treadmill is okay, but I like outside.
I like looking to a destination. That's how.
And I like the feeling of running outside and people seeing me run.
Yeah.
I feel good when people see me and they're like, oh, that's a runner. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
I used to run.
Sorry, continue.
Used to love running, but I never ran in the cold. Right? So I said to him, I was like, I want to run with you, but it's freezing outside. Like, and he's like, so? Let's go right now. Right? And in my head, I'm like, bro, it's cold outside. Right? And he's like, nah, you shouldn't have brought this up if you didn't want to do it. Let's go. I was like, all right, let's do it. It's probably going to be good for me. It's probably going to be cold, but if I run, I'll stay warm. Right? So and I'm glad I called you. Because I called Eliott. I was like, yo, I'm in town. Come through. We're going to go for a run. Elliott's like, all right.
It blew my mind. Yeah, because I was editing our podcast episode. I just finished. We bought Dying Light too. So I'm like, I'm going to sit back, enjoy my Sunday night. And then I got a call and be like, yo, bro, what are you doing? You want to come on a run? I'm like, sure.
Right.
So I rolled up.
And I'm glad I called Eliott because in my head, I was like, if I run with just Daniel, it's going to be a lot harder because he's fit.
Yeah.
Right? So Eliott comes through. We all do our stretches and our thing. And we start running. It's been 8 years since I've ran. Eliott, we've been out of high school for almost a decade.
I don't like thinking about that, but yeah, that's nuts.
That's crazy, right? But because I haven't ran since high school, Daniel starts going, right? And I didn't even think about it, but I'm like, let's go too. And the pace at which I started the run, I shouldn't have started. Because about 500 meters, I emptied out my energy, right? And the thing is, we're outside. So it's not like you can just like stop and call an Uber and like come pick me up. I'm done.
Air be thin out there, bro.
You have to keep going, and it's cold outside, right? Yeah. So I'm gassed. My chest is burning. I'm like, yo, my cardio is like for as good as I feel right now from like this 3 weeks of working out, my cardio sucks, right? Yep. And Eliott passes me. Elliott's gone. Daniel's gone. And I'm like, yo, fam, they left me.
I felt so bad because I was running beside you, and then I'm noticing, he's slowing down.
Yo.
And I'm like, I can still go. And I'm like, but I'm like, this is his thing, so I can't I can't interfere with that.
You could have, bro.
Push.
You could have stayed with me. Like, I took off. They left me. They turned around the corner. I don't know where they went. But
I'm like, this is your thing. I gotta push you.
You pushed me by leaving me, bro.
Yes, sir. Catch up.
Yo, that's crazy. What kind of trainer are you, Eliott?
A horrible one. That's why I'm not a trainer.
Yo, these guys left me, right? So now, like, I'm trying to run, and I'm like, I gotta stop for a sec. But I just walk now, right? So I'm trying to catch my breath, and the thing is, like, I can do all the techniques I know properly, like breathing properly through my actual lungs, right? But it hurts, bro. Like, I'm feeling like that, like, weird feeling in my throat, that, like, metallic-y
the
feeling.
Iron feels like iron. Yeah.
So I'm, like, trying to breathe through it, right? Once I catch my breath a little bit, okay, I start going again. But I'm going slow, right? I see Eliott and Daniel up front. They're waiting for me. I'm like, dang, I'm that guy, right? So we get there. They're like, okay, we're going to walk for a little bit. When we get to this point, we're going to run again. I'm like, all right, cool. So I push through it because mentally, I'm like, I'm going to do it. Like, I should do it.
100%.
But my body's like, fam, we ain't done this in a while.
Yeah.
So we get through the workout. We get through the run. How far did we go?
We went 3K in about 24 minutes, give or take.
That's not bad for like my first run in 8 years. And I stopped a lot.
Yeah.
Right? But we ran it. We finished, hopped in the hot tub. We kicked it for a little bit, right? Yep. But bro, that hurt. It hurt. Like the next day I was coughing. I feel like I gave myself asthma.
Oh no.
But I said to myself, I don't like how that felt. So I'm gonna keep running.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to keep running. And you know what I want to do, Eliott?
Yes.
I want to train and I want to run a marathon.
I thought you were gonna say that. I'd love to do one.
That's what I want to do. I'm not promising it. I'm not gonna say I'm going to do it on the pod. But I want to. So with my workouts now, especially that I can go back to gyms now, I'm running after each workout. And I want to get my cardio up and I want to run a marathon. Because I feel like the level of like accomplishment I would feel
Oh gosh, immense.
If I ran
dude.
a marathon after what I felt the other day, running 3K with these two guys who are fitter than me, nah, fam.
Yeah,
That's an accomplishment.
100%, absolutely. Yeah, it's those little things that, like, again, it's not about how it looks; it's about how it feels.
It's how I feel, bro.
100%, 100%.
No milkshake hearts.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I got two other stories, but I want to. I want to end this on a high note. Okay, let's talk. I want to talk about this. Okay, Dean sent me this. Shout out to Dean. He tagged me in this. I sent it to you on Discord. Have you heard of the PFC?
Yes, I've seen one clip of it before, and I was like, "What is this?"
So I'm gonna put a clip for the visual stuff, but this is the Pillow Fight Championship, like UFC. So like you're in a boxing ring, but there's no fisticuffs, there's no leg kicks, it's pillows.
Jeez.
So but like these are grown men and women throwing pillows at like full arm strength and everything.
Yeah, I
So
wonder how much of them are married.
And this is my time.
Upset with each other. Yo, let's go pillow fight.
God, let's go pillow fight. I would do this. This looks like fun.
I would do it. I'd probably break the pillow. Swing too hard, feathers flying everywhere.
We should do like a WWE, but pillow fight, and just you and I like a team, and just tag each other out. Yeah, that's right.
Finishing moves, bro. That'd be crazy.
Who would we choose as our opponents?
Joel and JB.
Oh,
Joe, you heard it here first.
You heard it.
We're not celebrities, but celebrity pillow fight. Let's go.
That's right. That's a call out right there, huh? The Passionate Sports Club versus Conflict and Interest. Come at it right now. Let's get it right now. You heard it right here.
Buy your tickets now.
That's the call out. Dean, you're going to be the ref. You're going to.
That's true. That's lit.
Right? Listen, I can't even front. I would do that.
That would be hype, yo. That'd be hype.
That would be so hype. Oh my gosh.
Yo, but JB's strong, though.
JB is strong.
JB's strong.
See, you know what? That's our goal now for our fitness workout is to work out so much that we have just
I remember one time we were playing something. I don't remember what it was. But JB pushed me. Yo.
And you felt it?
Yo, you ever been pushed and didn't expect the push to push that hard?
Yeah. Yep.
Yo, he pushed me and I was like, whoa. Like, man, why you so strong? Why your arms that strong, bro? Chill.
JB is what I like to. He's got like that hidden strength. He's
got
that like
that thing came out of nowhere, yo. I was like, yo, like why? Like, fam, chill.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's crazy the amount of people that I know in my life who have like that hidden strength that at first glance you'd be like, nah, I could take you, and then you go at it and be like, oh wow, this guy's actually for real.
Nah, I was surprised. I was like, yo, this guy is strong. What the heck?
Oh my gosh. But yeah, the pillow fight thing. Yeah, that looks nutty. I'd love to try that.
I would do it.
Yep. Get sponsored up. Let's do it. 100%.
Little backflip.
For real.
Land.
Yeah. Okay. One other story I had. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but whatever. We're going to talk about it. There is okay. What do you... I'm sure a lot of you see this on Snapchat. It's the... a lot of the weird stories of people, like whatever's going on in their life. And one of them I noticed was this. Do you know the real life Ken doll people, like trying to turn themselves into like a real life Barbie? So there's this guy. Yeah. This guy's name is Oil London.
That's something you should never type into Google.
I know. It is.
Oil London?
Oil London.
Bro,
okay.
stop.
So this guy wanted to become one of the members from BTS. Jimin, I think is how you pronounce his name. Again, to the BTS stands, do not like chill. You guys, I know you guys got power, but please. So
I don't think we have any stands listening to us, bro.
I hope not. Never know. You never know. You never know.
BTS stands?
So BTS stands, yeah.
I guarantee most of our people listening don't even know what BTS is.
I hope so. Anyways, I sent you a picture. There's a before and after. I'll post it as well on the visual stuff as well. But this is the before and after of what he wanted to become and looks like. And the picture in the middle is the actual BTS member.
I feel like that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah. So
I feel like surgically changing your race should not be a thing.
Do you remember? I don't know if you heard of the story of the white girl who changed her race to black. Do you remember that?
She tried to. She didn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe. Like, you can't. I don't care what you say. You can't.
Yeah.
I don't care what you look like. I don't care how much you pay for it. You cannot change yourself to black.
Yeah.
Because black
or
is
any,
black
or any
is
culture.
like
Yeah.
black is more than what you see.
Yes.
It's an
100%.
experience. Just like with any culture. So like I don't subscribe to that. You can't change your race.
Yeah. So anyways, that came up and people already thought that this was the like the end of it, and we're like, whatever, just like do you, whatever. The news story came out back in February where this guy says that he plans to undergo penis reduction procedure to be quote unquote 100% Korean.
Violation, bro.
You're right.
Violation. You can't. Aw, bro.
I read it. I'm like, come on, man, come on. So I'll read the little here right here. So the 32-year-old social media personality revealed their plans for a penis reduction procedure during a recent interview. He said, quote unquote, I don't want people to get offended by this, but in Korea, the average penis is like 3.5 inches.
Bro.
And I get trolled all the time. People say, oh, you can't be Korean. You're not 100% Korean. And he said, I just want to be 100% Korean. Bro. So it says, according to a 1971 South Korean study on the penile size of Korean men, the average length of a flaccid penis is 8 centimeters, so approximately 3.15 inches, while the average length of an erect penis is 12.7 centimeters, approximately 5 inches. So he said, I would even have a penis reduction so I'm like the Korean average. He said, that's how far I'm willing to go. I can have it done in Thailand and it will cost between $6,000 and $8,000.
SMH. I got nothing. That's wild to me.
It's right. Like, I don't know what kind of response. Like, come on.
Stop
like, first
it.
of all, agreed. Violation to the entire Korean population.
That's a violation, bro. You can't say that. You can't do that. You can't think that. Come on, bro. Whose man is this? And on top of that, that doesn't make you 100% Korean.
Correct.
What makes you 100% Korean is having 200% Korean parents. Like, bro, like, beat him up. Beat him up.
So, yeah, Twitter is 100% torn on this and being like, yeah, support him and do whatever he wants to do because it's freedom to do what you want. But at the same time,
I don't believe in freedom to do what you want. I don't believe in that. You don't have the freedom to do whatever you want. That's why jails exist. There are things you cannot do and you should not do. This is something you should not do. Leave yourself alone. Mind your own business.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Right? So, but yeah, everyone's like, when it came to the specific, the penis quote, can't believe I just said that, but yeah, people are like, wow, that's like, again, you're generalizing an entire culture of people.
That's offensive.
Like, that's very offensive. Very. Well,
and not even just the penis thing, but like,
just becoming Korean.
How would you feel if somebody that you didn't know starts getting surgery to look like you?
That, like, Latino?
You, Eliott.
Oh, like me?
Like
I'd be offended.
And they say, I just want to be 100% Eliott. And then they start saying things that they think about you, but they don't know you.
Yeah, like try to copy my mannerisms and everything. Eliott. Nah.
Like,
that's so offensive. Nah.
This man, put him in a 4-walled room and just beat him up. That's it. That's it. 5 man, just doof.
Put him in the pillow fight there.
Nah, fam.
No. The pillow's filled with rock fight.
Throw 1 stone.
Oh yeah, but it's crazy. Like I'm curious to know how much that surgery costs, because I know like people who turn themselves into the Ken doll have spent like hundreds and thousands of dollars just to look a certain way. And he spent $150,000 on 15 surgeries.
I can't,
Bruh.
I can't.
Bruh.
I feel like that's a sickness.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
I didn't study human psychology, so if I'm out of line, I apologize. But I feel like that's a sickness.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
No, why do you want
To want to change yourself to that level? Like, I can't.
Like I'm curious to hear about, because we hear a lot about the person wanting to become somebody. I'm curious to hear about what the actual person thinks about it.
They think it's foolishness too.
They
and
probably
they're disrespected.
do.
This BTS guy's about to like send out a picture that he shouldn't, just to prove something. He'd be like, "You're wrong."
No. Listen, what's his name?
It's gonna be quote unquote leaked.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, don't do that.
That's foul.
Yeah. So
Get him out of here.
So that was get him out of here. But I mean, that's all I got. Unless you got another story, and we can move on to question of the week.
I mean, I don't support cancel culture, but cancel what he's doing. Like the whole procedure, cancel it. End it. Stop it. Finish it.
Oh man, that's it. Enough that. Nice
that, fam.
Nice that. There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, we're gonna move on to question of the week. Question of the week.
Question of the week. For those of you who have dabbled and those of you who haven't, right? I need your thoughts. Would you rather? And I know a lot of you guys haven't, right? So imagine for a sec. Would you rather be permanently drunk or permanently stoned, aka high? That's my question of the week.
We'll see how. Well, let's see the response to this one. I have been drunk before. I do not like the feeling. So by that metric alone, like to be like that permanently, like you're talking about like every day, like you wake up, you're drunk
24/7.
Oh,
They both would suck.
oh yeah, oh absolutely.
Royally.
Just being inebriated in any kind of way, just forever. But if I had to choose the lesser of two evils, I think I'm gonna choose being stoned.
Whoa, we talked about this, bro.
Yeah.
Don't pick between two poisons.
Oh, yeah.
Drink them both. Crossfade, bro.
Crossfade. Oh, that's the answer. Oh, cancel them out.
Oh man.
There's the answer. That's option 3. Crossfade, it'll cancel out, right?
If I had to pick one,
Yeah.
nah, that's a. Why'd I ask this question? This is hard.
Why did you?
This is hard. They both would suck.
They absolutely.
I think I would not pick drunk.
No.
Because drunk, you want to throw up sometimes.
Yep.
And you have to and then you get a headache. Nah. I might have to pick the high.
Yeah. Cause the nope. I'm not staying drunk like that. To do work,
that would
to
suck.
drive, like that would be
That would
so
suck.
terrible. I would be so annoyed at people my mood would just be garbage.
At least if you were high, you might be able to focus, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But drunk, nah.
Nah. Imagine working out drunk.
Bro, I was at the barber shop one time, and the guy that wasn't cutting my hair, they were talking about how he had his first edible ever. and he cut somebody's hair. And they said that was the best cut he's ever done in his life. Yo, it took so long, but it was the best cut ever. This man was focused, yo. It was so funny.
And he's like, masterpiece.
Right? The customer said, yo, I've never, like, this cut is fresh, yo.
Wow.
And the guy didn't even know he was high. Like, that was crazy. That was so funny.
That's so funny.
It was so funny.
That's jokes. All right, but there you go. Question of the week. If you have to choose to be one for the rest of your life, 24/7, 365, be drunk all the time.
Being anything 24/7.
No, just
would suck.
Yeah. Or be high or drunk. Yeah, whichever one I didn't say first, but yeah. The right answer is none of them because crossfade.
Don't pick between two poisons. Drink them both.
Drink them both. Crossfade. Oh man. But anyways, if you guys got comments, topics, suggestions for next episode, you can DM us at conflictandinterest@gmail.com. And then as well on Instagram at conflictandinterest. Follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts as well. Leave a written rating on Apple Podcasts. Really does help boosting promotion and advertising for the show as well. We're on YouTube, full visuals, and chapters will be up there. You can see all our reactions and everything. But anyways, EJ, where can they find you at, man?
Instagram. This is Juan96.
There you go.
You can find me in the gym, fam.
That's right. I was about to say, find us getting swole out here.
Or you can find me in these streets running.
That's true. Or you can find us in the octagon with Joel and JB.
Oh yeah, I'm calling you out, Joe, but JB, chill.
Yeah.
I know you're strong, but chill. It's just for fun.
Okay, so there we go. Just for fun. It's a joke thing.
Bro, that man pushed me and I was like, hey, cool, let me not upset him.
Shout out to JB. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening and we will catch you guys next week.